3 miles from the town square, 1 mile past Rutherford Boulevard. Visit us online at budstirepros.tn.com.
I'm State Farm Agent Emerson Williams, former running back at Oakland High School, and you're listening to Prep Football.
44-0, Middle Tennessee Christian School with the lead here at the beginning of the third quarter, and they will be kicking off to Ezell Harding. Brian?
Yeah, Jarek Reynolds putting the toe in it right now, and it is going to be caught by the Eagles inside the 25-yard line, returned to the 36-yard line, and the clock will be running here in the second half as the Cougars have a 44-0 lead.
Well, here's the thing, too. When you've got a running clock, you don't have a deep bench over there, so you kind of have to play your guys. I mean, there's not 30 other guys that you can pull over there. There's a few, but and some of those are seasoned guys because they've had to play.
Looks like Elijah, no, that is Frazier. Gives to the freshman McKnight. Going to rumble to about the 43-yard line, picks up 5 yards.
Now they had 8 yards rushing in the first half and only 27 passing, so there was very little offense at all for Ezell Harding.
8 yards, and they picked up 5 on 1 carry right here. Tells you a little bit about how tough that first half was. High snap, Frazier brings it down and felt the pressure coming right up the middle, and that pressure was brought by Briggs Boyd.
Frazier's pass incomplete, knocked away by number 2, Briggs Boyd.
Third down now. Rod telling me the defensive front has all new players for MTCS. MTCS coming into this game knows how their playoff future is. Pressure, and Frazier on the run, runs out of bounds, but he's going to be stopped short of the first down. See what they do here on fourth and short.
Knocked out of bounds by Braden Fox.
Picks up 3 maybe. Meant to bring up their playoff possibilities. That was one of the few regions where going into this final week, 1 through 5 for their region in Division II was all set going into this final week. It didn't matter. And MTCS will have a bye going into the first round. Hand off to the freshman, bounces it outside, gets the first down and more to the 50, to the 45, and out of bounds right around the 43.5-yard line. So they'll pick up a first down.
Jaden McKnight on the carry. Good for Eagles.
I talked to Christian Peterson last week on Cougar Corner, and I don't think this part was on the air, but talked a little bit about the bye. I think they're kind of used to that because they've had a bye the last 3 years, you know. Here's the freshman, McKnight, once again, slung down at the 39-yard line, picking up 4. But that is kind of weird. You know, you play and you play and you play, and then all of a sudden you got a week off.
Braden Box with another tackle.
Braden Box on the takedown.
Well, I guess there's different ways to look at it, too.
Yeah.
If you're banged up, it gives you a little time to get healthy. You know, I hate buys, but
yeah. Second down. Let me turn Rod's mic off. Pass downfield, right side, and incomplete. Intended for Elijah Donnell right there at the goal line. He went down and flipped out.
Well, the Braves had a bye for the playoffs, but the Cardinals had a bye all year.
They had a bye for the playoffs.
Now, if Andrea's listening, I did not mean that toward her at all. I know she's a good Cardinal fan, and I appreciate that.
3rd and 6 here for Ezell Harding. Cougars lead 44-0 here in this one. 3rd and 6 for Ezell. And here is Jaden McKnight rumbling down to the 31-yard line. And he is going to get a first down here. Braden Box making the tackle, but not before another Ezell first down. Tomorrow night, primetime sports coverage of the Battle of the Borough, the 56th edition of the Battle of the Borough tomorrow night.
You know, you've been almost over half of those, haven't you? Pretty close.
Probably more than half. Pass left side to Robinson.
That's right. They didn't play several years. They didn't play.
Taken down at the 25. Well, that includes some years when they played twice in playoffs and such.
Oh, okay.
Gain of 5 on the play, 2nd and 5 for the Eagles.
They didn't play until, what, 75, I guess, maybe?
They didn't play the first 2 years, I know.
So it opened in 72?
72, yes.
I think they didn't play until 74 or 5.
Didn't play in 74, I don't think. I was there, but I don't think they played.
Fake the pass and hand it off to Noah Wilson, and Wilson rumbles up the middle on 2nd and 5. It's going to be 3rd and short.
Briggs Boyd with the stop.
Boyd making the stop. Well, I've been to all of them since 1994.
In most years,
well,
it's been pretty important, you know.
I did go to a game in 1989, though. Frazier passing right side and to the end zone, right at his feet. And incomplete.
Well, I know he feels bad. That's,
you make that pass, he was wide open.
He's got to make that catch.
4th and 3 for Ezell.
It's 4th down and 3. Wide open in the end zone. Willis Frazier goes to the sideline. Comes back out with another play. MTCS swapping out some defensive players. Direct snap to Donnell and trying to muscle for that first down. Getting across the 20, and this is going to be close to the first down. It is a first down. Well,
good for another Ezell Harding first down.
Now I'm getting text. Tell John to take it easy on my Cardinals.
Did she? But here's the problem.
It's not Andrea.
No, they didn't hear what he said about the Braves.
I know. But now let me tell you who it is. It's Todd Harris. So that's another reason to not like Todd Harris.
I mean, another one?
I'm just kidding.
Is there a list?
Here's a pitch to Robinson. Robinson gets it to the 10 and now to the 9 before being ridden out of bounds.
Robinson on the carry.
So they're here in the red zone operating. Ezell Harding with 3:23 left here in the third, trailing 44-0. And if you can believe this or not, this is the lone drive of the third quarter, and there's 3:10 left. That's what a running clock will do. Here's Frazier. Give to Wilson. Wilson
on the carry.
to the 4.
This run's good for another.
It's a 5-yard pickup.
First down.
And now it's 1st and goal. $44-0. And, of course, the best opportunity for Ezell Harding to try to get on the scoreboard here. The Cougars tried to hold on to the shutout, but that is in jeopardy at this point. Lining up in the eye now, Jaden McKnight. With Donnell at quarterback, he's going to keep it and run right side. Breaks a tackle or two. Dives toward the goal line, but going to be stopped short.
Elijah Donnell
Picks up 3.
down to the 1-yard line.
White making the tackle there.
Well, MTCS had a chance there to catch him back and
For a loss.
Yeah. PCA is taking the lead 12-7 with 6:33 to go in the third over Webb.
It's a Jennings and Ayers Funeral Home scoreboard update. That game being played at MTSU. Frazier, the give to McKnight. McKnight diving in, touchdown. Ezell Harding plowing in from the 1-yard line. Ezell Harding gets on the scoreboard here in the third quarter. It's 44-6 with an extra point or 2-point try upcoming. Now Ryder Carver is a pretty good kicker. He's 2 for 2 field goals this year, with 30-yard field goal being his longest. And now a whistle and flags. And it's a procedure penalty against the Eagles, so that's going to back them up 5 yards and going to make this PAT attempt a little tougher on Carver. You know, when you get to this level of football play, special teams can, just because of sheer numbers, can be a little tougher. They line it off. Snap set, both good. The kick away, is it long enough? It is, and it's good. So your score, with 1:13 to play in the third, MTCS 44, Ezell Harding 7 on State Farm Prep Sports.
When Rutherford Countyans think of insurance professionals, they think Rayburn Insurance Agency at 200 South Lowry in Smyrna, meeting the needs of thousands of customers since 1973. You can trust Rayburn Insurance with all your needs, a place where customer service really matters. It's personal with Rayburn Insurance, as fans of local sports, as friends, and as insurance professionals. Check them out at rayburn.net or call 615-459-4145. Rayburn Insurance, for business, auto, home, and life insurance.
For more than 36 years, Wilson Bank & Trust has been proud to serve communities all across Tennessee. As an independent local bank, we provide banking products competitive with large banks, but delivered with personalized local service. Wilson Bank & Trust has been community-focused since 1987 and looks forward to many more. Discover the power of local community banking that truly makes a difference. Give us a call or come on by any of our local 30 locations or visit wilsonbank.com to learn more. Member FDIC.
I'm State Farm Agent Celeste Middleton, and you're listening to Prep Football.
Here's the kickoff to MTCS. And it's going to be returned by Mathis, I believe it is, to about the 34-yard line. See if that's who gets up off the bottom of the pile, and it is Travion Mathis. He's a bit slow to get up. Looks like maybe caught a cramp there. And they do stop the clock to work out this cramp in his left leg. Tomorrow night, it's the Battle of the Borough, Week 11. It's been a minute since it's been the last game of the regular season, John, but it is this year, thankfully.
Well, I'll tell you what, on paper, it's about as close as a predicted game as you can get. I don't know if it's going to end up that way, but I would say Oakland at home. Oakland been there before, but Riverdale sure has got some talent offensively and defensively as well.
Well, last time Riverdale won was 12 years ago, 2012. It was a 17-14 win by Riverdale, so Oakland's got a 12-game win streak. By the way, that's the longest win streak in this series. Riverdale still leads the series 32-23. So, and the first game was in 1974. I did go back and look. Riverdale won that one 10-7 back in 74.
That's right. I remember that. I was there.
Yeah.
Yeah, and yeah. That was an exciting game. I didn't see any of it.
Yeah. You were too busy smooching somebody.
I was courting, yeah. Man, I was a senior. I had things to do.
89, I remember going to that. When Oakland won, they went to the state championship game. Rumble right side. Running out of bounds. I believe that's Riley Brown. It is. Riley Brown getting the carry. Riley Brown, a freshman, motoring down that right side, picking up a first bank first down, getting it to the 49-yard line of Ezell Harding. Moving right to left, Wade with the tackle. 17 seconds left. Seeing a lot of fresh faces out here. Here's Brown again. Going to dive to the 41-yard line after the handoff from Brooks Jones. Picks up 8. And that was Ramsey, number 8 on the carry. Jeremy Ramsey, another freshman, and that's going to end the third quarter. 44-7, Cougars rolling here on State Farm Prep Sports.
Is your saving for retirement strategy involving the phrase, "I'll get around to it someday"? If so, we need to talk. Hi, I'm Edward Jones Financial Advisor Lee Colvin, and when it comes to meeting your goals, time can be on your side, and there's no better time than now to get started towards your retirement goals. Give us a call, Lee Colvin, at 615-907-7056. Edward Jones, Making Sense of Investing, member SIPC.
Our promise to you is to perform the correct service at an honest price. When you need commercial HVAC services, trust the experts at Roscoe Brown. Our technicians have the skills, knowledge, and tools to fix most commercial HVAC problems on the spot. When your Roscoe Brown technician arrives, they'll explain all your options way before starting repairs. That way you can make an informed decision before work begins. At Roscoe Brown, we're not happy until you're happy.
Roscoe Brown. RoscoeBrown.com.
Back here for the start of the fourth quarter. Brian, John, Rod here with you. And the Cougars moving left to right. Quarterback is senior Brooks Jones. Taking it left side. Jones motors from the 35 to the 32-yard line. Picks up 9 yards. And it's a first bank first down. Copeland on the tackle. Going to the fourth quarter now with Smyrna leading 27-21 over Cane Ridge on your Jennings & Ayers Funeral Home scoreboard. First and 10 here for MTCS with the ball at the 31-yard line. They break the huddle. Jones sets him down. And here's the give. Coming here to the near side is freshman Riley Brown.
Riley Brown on the carry.
To about the 23-yard line. And that's an 8-yard pickup there.
Gain of 8 on the play, 2nd and 2.
Skelton on the tackle for Ezell.
It was a nice little bit of misdirection. Jones handed it off, rolled to his left, handed it back out to Brown, reversed the defense, got them all tangled up. Good run by Brown.
2nd and 2. Jarek Reynolds lines up as one of the 2 receivers. James Hancock, sophomore, out there left side as well. Yates Guerin gives it to Shy Murphy.
Shy Murphy on the carry.
Who takes it to the 19-yard line for the first down. Shy, by the way, coming into the game, he's a freshman, 16 carries, 267 yards, and 4 touchdowns on the season. Gets the first bank first down, and they're in the John Day legal red zone. here tonight. Abraham Wilson on the tackle. Seriously injured? Call the law offices of John Day for a free consultation, johndaylegal.com. Haven't had to say that much because they've had big explosive plays. High snap, but Travion Mathis brings it down, and Mathis inside the 10 at the 9-yard line. Freshman Mathis taking it 9 yards.
Good for another pack orthodontics.
And it's another First Bank first down for MTCS. They've been able to move the football here with lots of new players, John.
They have. That line is still breaking up some holes for them.
Got a timeout for some injuries down there. Looks like just another cramp situation. So we'll keep it here for just a second. Got lots of tight games going on tonight.
PCA leading now 18-7 with 1:33 to go in the third. 18-7 PCA.
So they tacked on another touchdown. See if we've got any new things going on with Eagleville. I will text and see if I can get an update on Eagleville. Anything new? I will text. And gave you the Smyrna score. Got your PCA score. We're updating the Jennings and Ayers Funeral Home scoreboard at WGNSsports.com. And also, we've got that pinned on our Twitter page, or X. Wish they would have never changed the name of Twitter.
That's weird, isn't it?
It's weird. X. I mean, goodness.
Our game tonight brought to you by Good Neighbor State Farm agent Celeste Middleton, located at 803 North Thompson Lane, near Medical Center Parkway. That's State Farm agent Celeste Middleton, 615-895-2700. And by the law offices of John Day, Rick's Barbecue, Edward Jones Financial Advisor Lee Colvin, and of course Prentice Allsup Heating and Air.
Let's see. Eagleville is up 23-14 in the fourth quarter. So that's good news. 23-14. Eagleville up. 9:38 left in the game. Thank you, Kim Walker. Here's a nice run right side to the end zone. Touchdown, Cougars. And that's Riley Brown, the freshman, running it in for the TD.
You know, that was kind of almost a busted play. Jones had a little trouble with the handoff, and he found Brown at the last second. He skirted around that right end for the score.
9-yard run for Riley Brown. And the Cougars add another one to the tally. That's a Toots touchdown for MTCS. They put 50 on the board with an extra point attempt upcoming here. They're going to pull Owen White out here now. And they're going to attempt a PAT. Guerin to hold. And Jarek Reynolds to attempt the PAT. Snap, set, good. Kick away, and the kick is good. Jarek Reynolds boots it through. Your new score with 9:08 to play in the ball game. Cougars 51. Ezell Harding 7 on State Farm Prep Sports.
This is a paid legal ad.
When a family member is lost as a result of someone else's negligence, the grief can be unbearable. It also leaves you with a lot of questions like, how did this happen? Who's responsible? And is my family going to be okay? That's a lot to go through, but with the law offices of John Day on your side, you don't have to go through any of it alone. We understand what you're going through, and we have the experience to get the answers, justice, and compensation your family deserves. Call the law offices of John Day.
We're talking with Anne-Marie Brents at Rick's Barbecue on Warrior Drive.
Our sandwiches are very popular. Our pork and our chicken are probably most popular pulled meats. We have spare ribs. They're delicious. They fall off the bone good. We don't put sauce all over our meat.
And that's so you can choose mild or hot sauce or their signature white sauce.
White sauce is our special kind of secret sauce. It's delicious. It's kind of got a kick to it, but it's not too spicy.
Barbecue smoked chicken, ribs, loaded baked potatoes. Check out Rick's Barbecue, 212 Warrior Drive.
I'm State Farm Agent Andy Womack, and you're listening to Prep Football.
We We are back here on State Farm Prep Sports from News Radio, WGNS, Murfreesboro, Smyrna. 51-7, MTCS leading here in this one. The Cougars ready to kick off here as Jarek Reynolds just booted through a PAT. Now ready to kick off to Ezell Harding. Middle Tennessee Christian School will be the #1 seed. Will have a bye in the first round of the playoffs, so they will not play next Friday night. Going to be returnable here for Dave Alexander, but he's going to run it across field and not really have a chance to turn it upfield. He's going to be down to about the 24-yard line. And that's where Ezell Harding will start this series. Took most of the third quarter for them to get down and score. And then MTCS scored pretty much with ease. With lots of new players in. As Riley Brown found the end zone. See what Ezell does here. Here's Donnell. Going to be ridden out of bounds after a very short gain, maybe a yard, could be 2, just depending on the spot. Ran out of bounds on the far side. Looks like he's out at about the 26-yard line, maybe 27, so 2-yard pickup. A total of 4 games tonight, 5 games tomorrow night. So close to a 50-50 split on Thursday, Friday games here in week 11. Donnell keeps again, going to rumble past the 30 to the 31-yard line. So I did find out how this 3-yard pickup there, how this Thursday, you know, the TSSAA has asked for teams to play Thursday night games, play a number of them to help out with the officiating. Well, this year being an odd number year, 2023, they've asked the odd numbered regions to play some Thursday games. Pass right side is going to be caught by Wade. And Wade going to get right there to the first down marker. And that will give them a first down. So next year in 2024, the even numbered regions will be asked to play Thursday night games. So regions 2, 4, and 6 will play the Thursday games. So next year, 6A will be playing more of the Thursday games, if that makes sense. So expect to see, you know, Riverdale, Oakland, Smyrna, those teams playing more Thursday games next year. Run to the 40 to the 41-yard line by Ezell for a 6-yard pickup, and that is freshman Jaden McKnight. 5.5 minutes and counting. Hale on the tackle for MTCS. Now some teams in 6A like Siegel and Riverdale played on the Thursday before fall break. You can play on Thursday night, which is fine. There was a requirement by some, you know. So a little explanation about that. Pass complete for a first down to number 5, Zion Wade. Umphris on the tackle for the Cougars of Middle Tennessee Christian. Every play takes 45 seconds to a minute off the clock, it seems. 1st and 10 here for Ezell. Donnell. Hands off. And gets it to Noah Wilson for a 5-yard gain. White on the tackle. MTCS is kind of content to give up 4 or 5 yards on the run game at this point and let the clock run. And Ezell is kind of content to do that, it seems, as Donnell passes, of course. Long pass downfield, broken up. Robinson was the intended receiver. I think that was Jackson Piercy. Jackson Piercy, the sophomore, knocked it away.
Great play. Went up, tipped it away at the last second. Good coverage.
I know he didn't learn those hops from Dad.
Dad didn't have that kind of speed.
3rd down now and 5. Vertical on that kid. Here's Donnell running here near side, 45 to the 40, 1st down, 35 to the 30, and is going to be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. Nice run by the junior. Goes 24 yards. Biggest run of the night for Ezell Harding.
Yeah, that was a nice move to the outside there.
1st and 10 for the Eagles. 33-21, new score. Smyrna leading over Cane Ridge. Again, getting pretty late, I think. Here's Donnell, the pass, and it is picked off. That is Carter Hancock, sophomore DB for Middle Tennessee Christian.
Well, that'll probably end the game because I would imagine a couple of running plays ought to do it.
What a play there. Middle Tennessee Christian School should be able to run out the clock here. Only a minute and a half left and the clock's still running. See what they're going to do. Probably going to be able to bring out first team offense, as Rod mentioned, and take a knee. Just a minute to play here, and they are in victory formation. And it is Yates Guerin and Eli Wilson about 10 yards behind. Play clock is at 13 seconds. And they're taking a knee. And that's it. Only had to take the knee once. Headed to the locker room, and the Cougars have won it in fine fashion here on senior night. A big victory here for Middle Tennessee Christian School over Ezell Harding. They're going to get to play another one here on their home field in the playoffs, and hopefully several, and hopefully continue to make some history. The regular season is over, and the playoffs are ahead for Middle Tennessee Christian School. The final score tonight, MTCS 51, Ezell Harding 7. Hope you'll stay with us. More coverage ahead on the Prentice Allsup Heating and Air postgame show. That's next on State Farm Prep Sports.
Dr. Automotive is the cure for your car. Brothers, Danny and Randy Brewer, have been providing Rutherford County with ASE certified auto repair for nearly 20 years. You'll receive courteous and friendly customer service every time. Why? Because we grew up here, and you are our neighbors. Foreign and domestic auto repair and maintenance on Hazelwood Drive in Smyrna, just off I-24. SmyrnaAutorepair.com, 615-220-0971. Just ask for Danny.
Since 1966, Vans Heating and Air has been a symbol of quality for Murfreesboro and Rutherford County. Alton and Jason Fan are there to ensure quality to every customer, even showing up on site. Vans Heating and Air is located on Jayhawk Court near the county school board offices. They ask that you stop by or call 615-893-7930. That's 615-893-7930 for friendly, complete service on Amana, Bryant, or American Standard Heating and Air products. Vans will do it all. Sell you your choice of products and then install it with their factory-trained, experienced professional staff. In the unlikely event you need service, Vans will be there with trained technicians. Vans specializes in new homes, custom homes, or existing buildings. Give Vans Heating and Air a call today, 615-893-7930, 615-893-7930. Good luck to all of our schools and student athletes from Vans Heating and Air.
Your home, your auto, together, they're where life happens. I'm State Farm Agent Bud Morris. It's smart to protect them together. Give me a call at 615-893-1417 and let me help you save by combining your home and auto.
With the service you get from State Farm, you might think our car insurance costs more. I'm State Farm Agent Celeste Middleton. Give me a call at 615-895-2700 and let me show you with discounts up to 40%. You may find it even costs less.
Shop your favorites at Dillard's, JCPenney, Rue 21, Hot Topic, and more. Grab a bite at Crab Fever, Sam's Sports Grill, Olive Garden, or Miller's Ale House. With more than 60 retailers, you're sure to find something that you'll love at Stones River Town Center. Find them on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram for style tips, upcoming events, and sales information. Stones River Town Center, off Old Fort Parkway in Murfreesboro. Shopping centered on you. Online at shopstonesriver.com.
The Blue Raider fan source for officially licensed Middle Tennessee gear is Raider Tees. T-shirts, caps, sweats in all sizes, designs, colors, children's to plus sizes. Raider Tees has decals and license plates to show everyone your favorite team. Plus, check out their wide selection of Blue Raider art, jewelry, even golf tee markers. Show your Blue Raider pride with the largest selection of Blue Raider merchandise anywhere by shopping Raider Tees, 910 Ridgely Road, just before the bridge over Broad behind Chewy's.
I'm State Farm Agent Bud Morris, and you're listening to Prep Football.
We're back here and at Middle Tennessee Christian School at Throneberry Stadium. Time here for the Prentice Allsup Heating and Air postgame show. Prentice Allsup Heating and Air services all major brands and in most cases offers same-day service. Rely on the Rheem Pro professionals at Prentice Allsup Heating and Air to keep your home or business comfortable year-round. You can call them at 615-890-1311 or check them out online at PrenticeAllsup.com. Prentice Allsup Heating and Air on West College Street. That's Prentice Allsup Heating and Air, PrenticeAllsup.com online. Let's take a quick check here on News Radio, WGNS, on the Jennings and Ayers Funeral Home Scoreboard.
Jennings and Ayers Funeral Home Scoreboard update now.
All right, just a minute and a half left in the ball game. Smyrna 33, Cane Ridge 21. Last score we had was PCA leading Webb 18-7, and Eagleville up 23-14 over Cornersville, and of course this one final 51-7. MTCS defeating Ezell Harding. We'll update the scores as we get them here tonight on the scoreboard this evening. We're waiting to talk to Danny. They've got just a minute and a half or so left in that game. Hopefully Smyrna going to be able to hold on and win this one tonight, and looks like that they are on their way to doing that. So that's what we've got for you here so far. And looks like about 5 minutes to go in the game with PCA and Webb. So we've still got a few scores to get in, and we'll get those in as we move along here. So it's time to recap this game as we've got it. John, we'll hand things over to you.
All right, it's time for our Sir Pizza replays. And are you ready?
I am, sir.
Okay. MTCS scores first, 9:01 to go in the first quarter. An Eli Wilson 29-yard run.
Sir Pizza game replays.
Direct snap to Eli Wilson. Wilson gets a nice block. 10, 5, end zone, touchdown. Cougars takes it in from 29 out.
Well, when in doubt, you need 10 yards. Wilson will get you about 29.
MTCS strikes first here in this matchup with the Eagles.
The Cougars scored again with 6:02 to go in the first. This time, Yates Guerin with the run.
Sir Pizza game replays.
Guerin keeps it himself and finds pay dirt this time. A 15-yard touchdown. The second time they've scored on fourth down. This time it's Yates Guerin matching his number with a 15-yard rumble. It is his 9th rushing touchdown of the season.
Just a kind of a quarterback draw. I think they were expecting Wilson to get the ball, and Guerin fooled everybody with a 15-yard TD run. It was 14-0. They went for 2 and they made it. MTCS then hit it again. 2:40 to go in the first. This time it was Eli Wilson.
Sir Pizza game replays.
And here is Eli Wilson off to the races down the sideline. Nobody's going to catch him. It's a 44-yard touchdown, Cougars!
Well, they ran it to the right side, and man, when he gets in the open field, he just puts the burners on, and there's nobody catching him, and had some good blocking there in front of him as well.
My goodness, what a run.
Cougars.
Second one of the night for Eli Wilson.
Cougars scored again with 1:32 to go in the first quarter. This time, it was a defense that did it. It was Seth Harris.
Sir Pizza game replays.
Ball tipped in the air, and Seth Harris did get that second pick, and he's going to take it the other way to the end zone. Pick 6 for Seth Harris on senior night. Touchdown, Cougars!
It was not an easy interception either. The ball was deflected. He had to reach back and grab it and then get momentum to go the other way. MTCS then scored in the second quarter with 7 minutes to go in the half on this run by Brooks Jones.
Sir Pizza game replays.
Right up the middle, end zone, touchdown.
Went a little bit to the outside that time, Brian.
Brooks Jones with the touchdown for the Middle Tennessee, and nothing fancy about that. That's just pounding it for Middle Tennessee.
Okay, MTCS again, 3:02 to go in the second quarter. A 30-yard pass from Guerin to Hassan.
Sir Pizza game replays.
Guerin fakes the handoff, looking over the top, end zone. There you go, Grant Hassan. Second touchdown of the year for the senior. Big touchdown, 30-yard strike through the air. Touchdown, Middle Tennessee.
Absolutely wide open. Absolutely, but you know, when you've got a running game like they've got, boy, it sure makes it a lot easier to get that ball, especially with play action at all.
Guerin blistered that one in.
38-0 MTCS. Then MTSU finished the scoring in the first half on this 2-yard run by Eli Wilson.
Sir Pizza game replays.
Direct snap to Wilson. Wilson dives in, and Wilson's in. Touchdown, Cougars. Another one for Eli Wilson and Middle Tennessee.
And speaking of Brooks Jones, he was there to that lead blocker in that play. Did a nice job of creating the hole for him. It was 44-0 at halftime, and to be honest, the game was over. And the running clock, when you count that too, so Ezell Harding came out. It took them almost the entire third quarter to score, but they did score on a 1-yard run by McKnight. The extra point was good. It was 44-7, but MTCS came right back at 9:08 to go in the fourth quarter. The last score of the game, a 9-yard run by Riley Brown.
Sir Pizza game replays.
Here's a nice run right side to the end zone. Touchdown, Cougars. And that's Riley Brown, the freshman, running it in for the TD.
You know, that was kind of almost a busted play. Jones had a little trouble with the handoff, and he found Brown at the last second. He skirted around that right end for the score.
9-yard run for Riley Brown.
Final score was 51-7. The Cougars on a senior night have a really good one. And that's your Sir Pizza replays.
We do it your way, Sir Pizza.
That's your Sir Pizza game replays. Be sure to check out WGNSSports.com for the podcast of the game and Sir Pizza for your next family night. Serving since 1965 with the best pizza in Rutherford County. They're ready to feed your hungry family on Memorial Boulevard, South Church at Veterans Parkway, and on East Main Street. Sir Pizza, good to the very edge.
Sir Pizza, you made me love pizza again.
And now it's time for our stats, brought to you by Fans Heating and Air, Winners Trophies, and JHA Company. Josh Houston and Associates, he was actually here live.
Yes, he just came up just a second ago.
I was going to put him on the air, just let him, but he walked off.
He's a busy guy.
Yeah, he is. Not enough time for us anyway. And we've got Rod Cardinals Edwards here for the defensive stats. Rod?
Well, we're looking for the future, but for the night, Garrett Copeland led the Ezell Harding Christian School in tackles with 8. His leading tackles per game was 6.3, so he's even above his usual good performance, along with Noah Wilson, a defensive back, who had 4. Okay, for the Middle Tennessee Christian Cougars, we had in that last quarter, Carter Hancock, a sophomore, had an interception. We had a big one earlier in the game, and things were still, I think they never were in doubt. But we get down to it. But Seth Harris had a big interception that really just totally shut Ezell out altogether. Then also we had 9 tackles out of Owen White, the middle linebacker, 5 tackles from Brooks Jones, 2 hard-nosed linebackers. I tell you what, that defensive line sure stuffed everything up the middle. So about all they could do is try to get outside if they can. And that was with Ryan Dotson, Harris Haynes, and Jesse Perry.
All right, Rod, and here are the offensive stats. It was all MTCS tonight. Yates Guerin, 7 carries, 51 yards. Eli Wilson, 11 carries, 175 yards. Did not play the second half. Brooks Jones, 2 carries for 12. Shy Murphy, 1 carry for 9 yards. Mathis, 2 carries for 19. Travion. Riley Brown had 3 carries and 30 yards and a touchdown. Boyd Briggs, 2 carries, 26 yards. And Dalton White, 1 carry, 4 yards. They really distributed the ball well tonight on the ground. Yates Guerin was 2 of 5 for 66 yards tonight, all in the first half. He did not throw a pass in the second half. For the game, 259 yards rushing, 67 in the 259 in the first half. Second half was 67 for a total of 326. They passed for 66 in the first. They wound up with a total offensive output of 392 yards. And I'll just mention the leading rusher for Ezell was Jaden McKnight, the freshman, 11 carries and 43 yards. They had 136 yards of total offense. And that's a look at your stats, brought to you by Fans Heating and Air, Winners Trophies, and JHA Company, Josh Houston and Associates, the yearbook guys, the picture guys.
They kind of do it all.
They do it all, yeah. They'll sell you rings and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Just got this in. Final, Eagleville 23, Cornersville 14.
All right.
Third then, because Cornersville was 1 game ahead of them.
That's right. So Eagleville's in the playoffs.
Right.
So the huge score there. And I think PCA score.
No, well, they won 18-7.
Just got
final.
That one as a final. PCA a winner 18-7. And we've got Danny on the horn for our Dr. Automotive live look in. And Danny, go to a place that don't win a whole lot down at Cane Ridge. And I know it hasn't been a good year for Cane Ridge, but win down there is always difficult. And they gave you a pretty good look.
Good game, 33-21. Smyrna comes out on top. This is the first time that Smyrna has won down here at Cane Ridge with their current head coach here. So, like I said, Cane Ridge has been very dominant in this series. Smyrna comes out with a win. I don't think Coach Williams was too happy with the defensive play tonight by the Bulldogs. You know, defense has been one of the things they've hung their hat on all year. They gave up too many big plays, and like they kept Cane Ridge in the ball game, and that was what kept Cane Ridge in the ball game, was big plays. I think they had 3 scoring plays, like 70-yard, 40-yard, and 50-yard. It's like it is all big plays for Cane Ridge, and that's something that Smyrna cannot allow and win in the playoffs.
Well, it gets tough. I mean, the matchup, any of the matchups with these Williamson County teams is going to be tough, and history has proven that these first-round matchups have really not gone our way. So, I mean, there's got to be a lot of work done here, and I'm sure that's what Matt's kind of thinking about.
No doubt about it. He just wants pride and don't be satisfied. Those are kind of some of the post-game speech was about was you gotta bring it every time. You can't take plays off. And there's a couple of kids that I want to talk about for though. So Cane Ridge has got the ball at 33-21. There's about 6 minutes left to go in the game. So a big interception that basically sealed the game. And I'll give you one guess who it was. It's a little kid that wears number 25 for the purple and gold, Michael Robinson. Another interception. 3rd straight game he's had an interception that kind of sealed the deal for the Bulldogs. So hats off to Michael Robinson for really stepping up. Thomas Jones is another kid that, first half he had 3 touchdowns, all kinds of plays all over the field. But in the second half, he didn't get the ball as much, but he made a couple of huge plays on defense, deflecting some passes, one on a big 4th down play that made a stop for the Bulldogs. So Thomas Jones is one of those kids that he is a football player. He makes plays, some of them that don't go in the stat book. And so that he did it tonight, especially in the second half on defense.
Well, I mean, Robinson has really done some things that have put Smyrna in a position to be where they are. I mean, without especially the 2 weeks before this one, may not be talking about being in the playoffs without those 2 interceptions the last 2 weeks.
You're right, exactly, no doubt about it. He scored the go-ahead touchdown against Stewart's Creek, then sealed the deal with an interception. Then last week against Antioch, he had a big touchdown catch in the second half, and then he sealed the deal with an interception there. And then tonight, Cane Ridge is just driving, trying to cut into the lead, and he steps in the passing lane, picks one off, and returns it, and that's basically sealed the deal.
Well, I know it's been a busy night, Danny. Appreciate you on the Thursday show, and then heading up to Antioch, and I guess we'll I don't know, what are you going to do for a Friday night? I don't know now.
Well, what I'm hoping to do is to be able to hang out with the award-winning team of Brian Barrett and John Dingus at the big Oakland-Riverdale game. Maybe you guys will let me in the booth, and I'll get to be on air with this award-winning Brian Barrett.
Probably not. Probably not. But he can dream. I mean, he can dream.
Well, aim high. That's my motto, man. That's my goal. Aim high.
Well, we'll see what we can do. I don't know. There's too many egos in one press box. You never know.
Yeah, Rod.
Make Rod get out, okay?
Oh, goodness. All right, Danny. Appreciate you.
Thanks, guys. Have a good night.
All right, you too. That's Danny Brewer with the Dr. Automotive in-game report there. And good news for the Smyrna Bulldogs. 6 in a row. That's crazy, isn't it?
Unreal with the start they had. But Danny made a good point earlier at halftime. They played a rough schedule the first few games.
Certainly did. Dr. Automotive, the cure for your car. Danny and his brother Randy they've been doing that ASC certified auto repair for many, many, many years, and they do some good work out there. Foreign and domestic auto repair. Dr. Automotive, Hazelwood Drive in Smyrna. Well, that's going to wrap up our coverage here from MTCS. Had a really good time out here. Appreciate Athletic Director Jason Piercy and everybody who made it possible out here. Matt Tiller, the president, Dr. Sain, the middle and high school principal, and everybody who made our night fun. I guess we'll do it all over again tomorrow night.
I just want to thank Jason Piercy for the speed that he went and got my cheeseburger. I mean, he went above and beyond.
He knew exactly where they were?
Yes. I mean, well, I knew he knew where they were.
Wow. Okay, you're on a roll tonight.
I'm in nothing but love.
Well,
tell Todd Harris good night, too, by the way, if he's listening.
Yeah, the Cardinal fan. Well, there's another Cardinal fan in town. Who knew?
Oh, man, he'll be sitting with Rod when we go to Stewart's Creek.
Yeah, won't he? Well, let's get out of here. And tomorrow night, primetime sports coverage with the countdown to kickoff, sponsored by the law offices of John Day at 6:30 from Oakland and Ray Hughes Field. Begins at, again, 6:30 with John and Rod, and then kickoff at 7 o'clock. It's the Battle of the Borough, the 56th meeting between these two squads, and it will be at Oakland High School. 7 o'clock kickoff, and we'll have that for you tomorrow here on News Radio WGNS. You can listen on radio. Take your radio with you. Take your phone with you. Listen to the game however you can, and be there early. And I know the place is going to be packed. Hope you can join us and go to the game. Spend your money. Go to the game. It's going to be a fun time. Hope you'll join us there at the game. Well, that's going to do it for our coverage here tonight. For John Dinkins, for Rod Edwards, and our producer Jackson Smith at the station, I'm Brian Barrett from Middle Tennessee Christian School in Throneberry Stadium. So long until the next time we meet at the game.
Rutherford County's biggest sports events are on News Radio WGNS, FM 101.9, FM 100.5, AM 1450, streaming at WGNSSports.com, on our iPhone and Android apps, and always at the game.
We now return to regular programming on News Radio WGNS.
Getting the kids to practice on time. Remembering if it's your day to bring snacks. Making it to the game with a clean jersey. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with Auto Owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. Auto Owners works with independent agents who answer when you call, so you can worry about more important things, like whether your kid is going to run toward first or third base. That's simple human sense.
Rayburn Insurance in Smyrna.
Come see me, Rick Hall, at Rayburn Insurance in downtown Smyrna today.
Online at rayburn.net.
For more than 36 years, Wilson Bank has been supporting local schools and student athletes in the classroom and on the field. We're big on helping our home teams reach their goals. You can count on knowledgeable bankers, competitive rates, and an open line of communication. So join the winning team at Wilson Bank and Trust, where we're not just your bankers, we're your neighbors and friends. Visit any of the 30 Wilson Bank and Trust offices or visit wilsonbank.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Hey, I'm Jack Hayes, here with my dad Nick and my granddad Pops.
Don't feel like cooking dinner tonight? Download Uber Eats and search for Toots. Check out Toots on Uber Eats today. You can order our full menu. Just download the Uber Eats app and search for the Toots nearest to you to have it delivered fast and fresh to your door.
At Toots Restaurants, our quality has not changed.
Our portions have not changed.
Our products have not changed.
Good food and fun.
Good neighbor weather. We'll have mostly cloudy skies tonight with a low around 64. There'll be a slight chance of rain Friday, a high near 83. Friday night, it's a low around 62. I'm meteorologist Michael Cotter on News Radio WGNS. Right now, it's 71.
Folks, I hope you listen in every Sunday night at 8 o'clock to the Edwin Lee Raymer Show. We'll talk about some local politics, national politics, all types of topics, all types of guests. That's 8 o'clock Sunday night, Edwin Lee Raymer Show. Talk to you then.
From a can
talk to George Norrie, call the Wildcard line at 818-501-4109. The first-time caller line is 818-501-4721. To talk toll-free from east of the Rockies, call 800-825-5033. From west of the Rockies toll-free, call 800-618-8255. To reach George via Skype, use Skype name George97313. Send George a text message anytime at 818-298-6521. This is Coast to Coast AM with George Norrie.
Next hour, Karen Wilkinson joins us with her story of an alien abduction gone